Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked away from a conversation thinking, that didn't come out the way I meant it to? Or worse, someone reacted emotionally, defensively, or shut you down completely, and you're left wondering how the conversation went sideways? That moment right there is what this podcast is about. This is Speaking with Intent, and today we're talking about why clarity, real clarity, changes everything. What intent really means. When most people hear the word intent, they think about motivation. But intent isn't what you feel, intent is what the other person experiences. You can mean well and still communicate poorly. And most communication breakdowns don't come from bad intentions, they come from unclear ones. Why clarity is rare. We live in a world of speed. Texts, emails, voice notes, half thoughts sent instantly. We speak before we think, and then we're surprised when people misunderstand us. Clarity takes discipline. It means slowing down long enough to ask, what am I actually trying to say? What outcome do I want? What does the other person need to hear, not just what I want to say? Here are some practical tools. Number one, the one sentence test. Here's the first practical tool you can use immediately. Before an important conversation, personal or professional, ask yourself, can I say my point in one sentence? If you can't, you're not clear yet. Rambling is usually a sign of internal confusion, not complexity. Here's an example. Instead of saying, I just feel like sometimes things don't really get communicated the right way, and I think we could improve how we talk about responsibilities, try this instead. I need clearer expectations so I can do my job better. One sentence forces intent. Why people stop listening? Here's a hard truth. People don't stop listening because they're rude. They stop listening because they don't know where you're going. When conversations feel unstructured, the listener mentally checks out. Clarity is respectful. It tells the other person, I value your time. Practical tool number two, speak in outcomes, not emotions. Most people speak from emotion. Effective communicators speak toward outcomes. Compare these two statements. I'm frustrated because nobody listens to me versus I want to make sure my input is considered before decisions are made. Same feeling, very different impact. Emotion explains how you feel. Intent explains what you want to happen next. Here's a real world scenario. Imagine you're in a meeting. Someone interrupts you repeatedly. Most people react emotionally. Can you stop interrupting me? Well, that creates tension. Here's an intent-based response. I want to finish this thought so we can decide faster. Same boundary, clearer intent, less resistance. This podcast isn't about scripts. It's about thinking clearly before you speak. We'll talk about different conversations, difficult conversations, negotiations, boundaries, public speaking, everyday conversations that quietly shape your reputation. Because the way you speak determines how much respect you receive, how much influence you have, and whether people trust you. In the next episode, we're going to talk about why silence is one of the most powerful communication tools you're probably misusing. Until then, here's your challenge. Before your next important conversation, define your intent in one sentence before you speak. This is Speaking with Intent. and clarity starts before the first word.